Well. I want to welcome you guys because today we got something very special for you. But before we get into it, I want to tell you up front, I've been up all night because I'm excited. So I hope you guys are excited too. And I want to welcome you guys because today we got something very special for you. But hold up one second, guys. I want to tell you up front, I've been up all night because I'm excited. So I hope you guys are excited too. All right, let me come back here. So now let me come over here, guys, real quick, because here's the deal. I got some good information for you. Before I get that information to you, I got some special guests on the call tonight. I got my partners on the call tonight. I got a few other partners going to be on here in just a few minutes, but I want to take you back exactly 2.5 years ago, okay? 2.5 years ago, you know, I like to smoke my shisha, which I have actually with me tonight. We're sitting out here at Prince of Persia. I'm smoking some shisha. We just got done eating, and my buddy Joe Frank Abel, my wife, and Russ Medlin, and a couple other guys are having a conversation, and they're basically telling me what they're going to launch. And I'll be honest with you guys, look, I didn't quite believe everything. This is the one that got away. This is the one that got away. And guess what happened? Joe went on. Now he's making $275,000 a month. His wife, who's with us tonight also, making $30,000 a month. And that's the story I really want you to hear, because that to me is impressive, because when you know where she came from and when you see what she's been able to accomplish with this, and believe me, she's a mini-me, man. I'm telling you, my wife's small, she's smaller. And then when you hear what Russ has been able to do, crashing $330,000 to $350,000 a month, this is blowing my mind, guys. I'm just telling you right now, what we have is the keys to the kingdom. You know, my buddy Joe's been bugging me for 2.5 years, been riding my butt saying, man, this is where you need to be. This is your home, you know. And guess what? I always keep coming back to this, but, you know, and I've never really quite left it, but I've never really focused on it. And this year we had a conversation, and I told him, I said, you know, this year I'm going to focus on crypto. So as we start to go forward this year, you guys are going to see me really focusing on cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, because the upside to those two coins is massive. Now, guys, let me tell you who I have rolling with me, okay? On the call, we got Darren Little. We got Jameson Palmer, two of my best friends on the planet. Joe Frank Abel, one of my best friends. I was just in his wedding. And then we got Simon Stepsis, Rodney Burton, Eric Fisher, the master distributor of Divvy. We got a master distributor of World Global Network in our downline. We have Peter Lewis. We got Paul D'Souza. We got Mark Crosby, guys. I'm telling you now, we have assembled the absolute best team I've ever done anything with. But this has the most potential of anything by far, and I'm going to show you why in just a little bit. But before I do that, I want to bring out my very good friend, Joe Frank Abel, and I want him to kind of tell you what's going on in his life and what's happening. Because, you know, when I met Joe, I mean, he wasn't broke. He was making $60,000, $70,000 a month back then, but now he's just blown past that. I mean, and to be honest with you, I doubt he even thought he was going to get to this number, but it's happened, and it's going to go even larger this month. He'll probably break 300,000. Joe, you there?
I'm here, Ari. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, buddy, man. It's always good to see you. I know you're driving. You just hit the airport. He's in Jersey. He's been doing meetings, guys, and just got out of a big meeting. How'd your meeting go, by the way?
Phenomenal. The people here are taking this as a really refreshing to what's been going on around the industry. They're just tired of the lotion potion, of the fake interest rates, the promises that never come, the big offices that supposedly have all these amazing people in it, and then they close down 6 months later. They're tired of all that stuff. You know, they want something that's been around a bit, that's paying people, you know, regular people making real money. They're really excited.
Yeah, you know, Joe, I remember back when Russ first mentioned this to us, he said to me, Ari, every single person that joins this is going to make money. Is that true or not true?
100% of all the members in BitClub Network, 100%. Not only are they 100% active for life, but they make money every single day since they started.
Now, guys, listen to what he just said.
Every single day.
He said they're 100% active. That means there's 0% fallout, guys. 0% fallout in this. Yes, people sometimes go promote other deals, and here's the great part about BitClub Network. They don't care if you do that. So you don't have to worry about getting kicked out or somebody saying you can't do that, da 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 da, and trying to steal your position. They don't play any of those hokey pokey games. Okay, yeah, we let the cat out of the bag right there when Joe said it already. The name of the company, guys, is BitClub Network. It's been around 2.5 years. I know there's some exciting things. I hear the hash rate is about to go up. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, we're actually doubling our hash rates, and we're actually doubling the size of our GPU mining facility too.
But guys, what that means is more daily profits. That means bigger amounts of profit in our pocket.
More money daily.
That's
Absolutely.
it. Joe, so I already told people what you're making right now, but go ahead and drop it on them. Tell them what you're making and how you got there.
So it's funny. I was just telling my story a little bit ago. 3 years ago, when we were talking, you and I and Russ and a handful of others, we weren't broke. We were just struggling network marketers like anybody else, but hungry and looking for the best that we could do for our families. And every time we built something great, a nice check was being consistently taken in. We're doing really well. Some CEO or somebody at the top of the tree of the company would do something funny, and our check would go away. Russ has had at least 3 checks taken away from him. A lot of these companies let you get a big check and they take them because it's a way to add to the bottom line. But we were tired of that mess, and we got invited to look at Bitcoin mining, and that was the best thing we've ever seen. And 3 years later, we are part of the entire network. We're crucial to the network. We technically are the top 5 Bitcoin miner in the world, and we own the number 3 privately held pool in the world. When I say privately held, I mean all of our members around the world own it. And unlike most companies out there, the decision here is made by many, not by one. And nothing here happens without all the leadership agreeing and the consulting of the many. And so we're really excited about what's happening right now. The industry as a whole, it's grown. We started in 2014. Bitcoin global market cap was $3.5 billion.
Yeah.
Today it's 20 billion. That just means that we've been in a ride where we've seen Bitcoin go 5 times its value. I've had my net worth literally double and triple in the last 2.5 years. And we've helped thousands of lives all over the world. The stories that'll come out of BitClub will put you in tears, have you laughing, have you in awe. You can't imagine the kind of stories that come out of a good struggle, where everybody can win. And nothing's perfect in this world, guys. Just understand, we've set out to make this system stupid proof, dummy proof. It's made where you can churn the key, forget about it, and still get paid every single day, even if you forgot you own the account. We have people a year, 2 years later opening their accounts up and literally have tripled their money. And they are shocked and said, I never sponsored nobody. I never looked at my account. I never. And here it is. Here's my account. Here's my Bitcoin. And I can take it all out right now. And they can pull all the money out, and they still are going to get paid for many more years just because Bitcoin mining is working that way.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought that up. I have that one lady, if you remember, you had to help me get a password. She had bought in at the 3,500, didn't log in. It was about 14, 15 months, couldn't remember her password. We had to reset it. Wasn't resetting right, wasn't coming to her email because she couldn't get into that email anymore. We got it all set up, got her new password, logged in. She had over $9,000 in income, guys. Listening to her kind of blew me away because I was on TeamViewer looking at her screen. I saw this first thing. So this was a pretty cool thing because this person is not real, computer literate. And it gave me that warm, fuzzy feeling. And, that was really the first time that I said, man, this is something very real. This is a game changer for the average human being. There's no clicking ads. There's just no bullshit to it, guys. I'm just up front. This is truly the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm going to prove that to you right now because, Joe, I want Joe to do me a favor. You know what I want you to do, Joe? I want you to hand that camera off to your wife and give her the mic for a second. I want to chat with Janet.
Say hi to Ari and the team. They're all listening in. They want a little Q&A to you. Can you hear everybody?
Hello.
What's up, Mini-Me?
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear. Hi, everyone.
Hey, so let me tell you something. This little one right here is my wife's best friend. My wife loves the dickens out of this lady. But Janet is from a little area called Batangas, right?
My jungle, yes.
And where you from is pretty poor, am I right?
Yes.
It's a very poor place. Very poor place.
Yes.
Now, Janet, let me ask you a question because she's the envy of her neighborhood. I'm just going to tell you that now. I know that firsthand because I went there with her. I got to see where she was from, met her grandma, her auntie, met everybody. And, you know, she's had a really tough life. You know, you lost your mom. You know, dad really wasn't in the life, correct?
Yes.
You know, you had a tough life. And you know something? Where are you at today? How much money are you making today? Tell them.
Only me, not include my husband, because that's my money too. And I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know that, but just you.
Just following Joe, making his coffee, and then giving him water. I make around 60 a month.
Woo, 60K now. You jumped up already. So I know why you're buying new Jimmy shoes and new purses every time you go out. Man, that income's went through the roof.
Hold on.
You know, so
yes.
I mean, guys, you know, look, you know, you've been firsthand, Janet. You know, like here's the reality. A lot of people, they look at this stuff and they think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. But would you please tell them how easy this really is to do? How easy is it?
Well, it's very easy because I know that I just followed the right vehicle. And for 2.5 years, I know less, but I make money. So as long as you know the basic and invite people and bring people, you make money. Even without people, you still make money. That's how easy it is to make money in BitClub.
That's absolutely, guys. And tonight, when we show you what we're working on and what we're doing, you're going to understand why this is absolutely not only the best opportunity on the planet, but why this leg is the best opportunity right now on BitClub Network, because I'm going to show you what we've been doing and how it's been working, and proofs and the results, man. You're going to see it. So it's pretty exciting. You know, Rodney, welcome to the call too, man. Rodney finally jumped on, but Janet, I really appreciate you coming out and doing that. But guys, if you follow Joe Frank Abel on Facebook and you find Janet on Facebook, you're going to laugh because this little lady does her shopping. And when I say she does her shopping, down to the tune of like 17 to 20K at a pop. She does her shopping. So all those women out there that want some nice shoes and want some beautiful purses, you need to talk to Janet. She can tell you exactly where to go and shop, and you can pay for it in Bitcoin, right, Janet?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, you know, guys, you know, the opportunity, it's just been remarkable, you know, what we've seen happen, you know, and obviously the technology, you know, BitClub and blockchain is transforming the entire world. You know, when I first got involved in this in 2010, I knew there was something with Bitcoin. I just didn't imagine that it was going to be this strong. And, you know, I watched it go from 20,000 businesses out there accepting Bitcoin to 40,000 and 60,000, then 100,000. And now I think we're close to like 300,000 businesses worldwide accepting Bitcoin. Is that right, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, it's growing every day. I mean, every month there's new opportunity where large merchant processors are just saying, we're just going to adopt it, blanket it. You know, last week there was an article, 56,000 new merchants will have access to a Bitcoin platform instantly. You know, BitClub Network is more than a Bitcoin mining company. What we started out was mining. We developed our own software. We have our own security. We have our own technology. We're launching a merchant platform that will allow our members around the world, 200 countries, to be able to use a readily downloadable app to accept Bitcoin and Clubcoin and start getting control of the money system that they've been around. And now they get to give us an escrow 1%, and our members get a half of that. And everybody gets to win in the process. And so we're creating game-changing opportunity one step at a time. We're about to break what they call that 50,000 a month barrier for a company. And when a company hits 50,000, 50 million a month, they'll break the 100 million within 6 months. And so we already broke the first 50 million a year. That was done pretty quick. Now what we're doing is breaking that big window where people want to see the numbers go into the hundreds of millions of dollars per year. And that's when you start creating multi-millionaires all over the world. That's our mission. We have a goal and a mission to help 10,000 people become millionaires. Now, that's a very unique window, a very unique thing to say. But if you had a handful of people grow an organization into tens of thousands, and those tens of thousands grows into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million people in the next 4 or 5 or 6 years, and Bitcoin actually goes to not just 10,000, but maybe the real number they're talking about 50 or 100,000. And you have thousands of members who have dozens or hundreds of coins, of Bitcoins. When Bitcoin becomes massive, we will change the world of network marketing. It'll never be the same. We'll have people making 30, 40, 50 million dollars in direct sales industry. It'll be record. Listen, right now we have people in our business making multiple millions their first year. It's real. It's in their pocket. It's cashable. You can spend it. You know me, brother. I have no hard time spending my money.
You know, it's kind of funny, man. I do know, let's flash back 2.5 years. You know, Joe is bought a $3.1 million house in Oxnard Island, California, or over in the island. He bought a Cadillac Escalade. He bought a Rolls-Royce Ghost. He brought a Lamborghini Gallardo. Just bought that. It's a convertible, and it's
Huracan.
Say again.
It's a Huracan.
Okay, Hurricane. It's being wrapped right now, so it's actually got
it's wrapped already. It's done.
Oh, it's done.
They finished the car tomorrow. It's got every bell and every wheel, so you can get a Lamborghini, the high performance exhaust and all the things, your radars and all the crazy things you can do. You know.
Let's talk about how you paid for those, because I had some people tell me they didn't believe it. How'd you pay for them?
Bitcoin. You listen. There's so look at Lamborghini Newport Beach accepts Bitcoin to buy any car on the lot or any car you want to order.
Yeah, guys, listen
okay.
To this right now. He's bought a house. Using Bitcoin. A house. Okay?
Yeah, Janet just posted a guy from Los Angeles selling $2 to $3 million homes using Bitcoin. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's how valuable it is, guys. People have realized that this is the gateway. Like, you know, if you get in right now and you start earning Bitcoin, here's the reality. You want to hang on to it as long as you can. Now, if you need a little money, of course, you can spend some, but you want to try to hang on to it. Because when that supply starts to get tighter and tighter, the demand for it is going to go up through the roof, which is going to drive the price up. And that means that coin that you originally had at $1,100 might end up at $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, or like Joe said, maybe even 50 or 100. And all of a sudden, that one coin could be your retirement fund. That's why this is for real wealth.
Yeah.
Guys,
you hit it right in the nose.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys were out selling pills, potions, lotions, and shakes and the like, here's the reality. You got a Bitcoin that could actually quadruple in value. But your shake, pill, and all that stuff, it's never going to quadruple in value. It's not going to go up. It ain't going to happen. Mathematically, that just... That's why...
Keep it simple, Ari. Keep it simple. Do what you're good at to make the money you need. Parlay a little bit of that money over here, and let us help you grow it. Bitcoin mining is getting Bitcoin from the source. Yep. You're getting Bitcoin from the source, It happens every 10 minutes. Someone's going to get it. Why not you and I? Someone's going to get the money.
That's right.
It's a gold mine. It's a digital gold mine that we have access to get it. The bigger we get, the bigger that we become, the more we're going to get together. That's just the way it works.
Hey, so let me ask you, Joe, real quick, because I know there's a couple new fellas on the block that popped up that are doing Bitcoin mining, even Ethereum mining, a couple of them. So what separates BitClub from all the rest of them?
Let's keep it really simple. You can mine Bitcoin and Ethereum and Monero and Zcash. You can mine all these coins with a lot of different companies, and every one of those companies could be amazing. They could be your best friend, but you're not going to be an owner of those companies. You own no machines. You have a limited time where you're going to end up not getting your money back, having to rebuy a contract of time, and then potentially with the value of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency that you're looking at, it grows. Your return equals what you purchase. With BitClub Network, you are an owner of the machines. You are a owner of everything we do and create. Your Bitcoin mining or Ethereum mining is for life. It's for life. I know because I spent $6,000 last year on some contracts from another company, one of our associated companies, a good company. I won't even come close to breaking even before my contract expires. That means no matter what happened to the coins I got, I'm gonna have to wait 10 years for those coins to equal the amount of money I put into it. Now, I won't rebuy it, but I have a historical track record to compare to our track record, and we outperform them. Plain and simple, we give you more Bitcoin 7 days a week. We give you more Ethereum long term. We give you more Monero Cash long term, more Dash Cash long term. And all these last couple of currencies I'm talking about, these are going to be available next week. Everyone can buy new contracts for Ethereum, for Zcash, for Monero, for Dash. These are all the hottest coins that are happening right now. They're creating massive growth. They are hedges to other currencies. And for the fast-acting market, these are real sexy, real sexy. Bitcoin's long-term. It's big boy money.
That's exactly right. Bitcoin is long-term. So let me squash another rumor, because I had somebody come to me from another company and say, but, you know, their contract's only good for 1,000 days. But I want you to confirm this, Joe, what I'm going to say right now. But here's the reality, because the average person doesn't understand. When you join BitClub Network, yes, your contract's good for 1,000 days, but they have an automatic repurchase rule. So 50% of your money goes back in. That's basically used to buy another contract. So your 1,000 days really never expires, because your 1 becomes 2, then 3, then 4. Is that correct, Joe?
Well, yeah, my 1,000-day expired. Jenna's 1,000-day expired, but we make more today than we ever made. Yeah, our contract is about multiple shares. We're at 3.5 shares today. We started with 1. Our first one expired, but we get paid 2.5 more shares every day still. For another 1,000 more days, on another 1,000 more days. So these contracts do not expire as far as you stop making money. The level of the payment of the one line item, that expires. But you have multiple line items paying you for thousands of days. Okay, so every new contract causes new repurchases.
Let's talk about something that these other companies don't have, and that's what's called cycle bonuses.
Yeah, man.
This is where the money's at, guys.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Ari,
you know,
Ari, there's a lot of people that are just kind of tuning in, you know, to kind of find out more about the startup costs, the levels that they can do. Can we talk a little bit about that so that people get an idea of what that's all about?
Give me a second, 'cause I'm actually going to show that. I want to show it so people can see it live. But Joe, tell me something really quick, man. Okay, obviously, all the shares and so on and so forth, you know, and the rank up and all that stuff. Explain to people what kind of cycle bonuses you can make, you know, as you hit ranks.
Well, I mean, a person who joins the club and has 1 share in the business $99 plus a share. You can make a minimum sponsoring one person left, one person right. And if those two legs take off, whether it's spillover, whether it's runaway leg, you can make a minimum of $800 or a maximum of $800 a day, plus unlimited 2 generational matches of $10. Just to give you an example, that's the way Janet looks like. She's more qualified as far as her business volume is concerned, but Janet makes about $1,000 a day just in $10 matches.
That's crazy, man. I mean, that's crazy, guys. So,
yeah.
Before we bring everybody out, I want to do a little quick screen share real quick, and I want to talk about reality so you guys can actually see this. Let me come on back over here real quick to BitClub Network, and I want to talk about 2 things. Let's talk about startup costs. Let's talk about that first, okay? So here's the deal. When you first join BitClub Network, guys, there's a $99 lifetime membership, okay? $99 lifetime membership, okay? And then you got to buy a share in the mine, okay? Obviously, you want to start at the bottom and then work your way up. So you want to buy the $500 share first because that's what most people buy, so you can earn the commission on that. And then you're going to have the $1,000 share, then the $2,000. You don't have to buy them all at once, but if you can, and you come in at $3,500, you get some special bonuses and offers. Joe, can you explain what those are to people? Did I lose you, Joe? Okay, so we'll see if we can get him back here in a second, guys. But you guys do get some special bonuses and offers, so we can talk about that.
Can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, yeah, when you get a $3,500 package, you're going to receive thousands of shares of CoinPay. And CoinPay is that company I was talking about that's going to be supplying merchants with a platform to accept Bitcoin and ClubCoin. When we first started launching the founder position, the first positions were getting a 1% of the global earnings, right? Then 0.5%. And then we created our own cryptocurrency where we started giving away thousands of coins for everybody who joined the club as a founder or every member. That turned out to be about $40 million worth of free money to all of our members. And today we're giving away tokens to CoinPay, which will be registered right there in Hong Kong. A physical building you'll be able to go see. A company with an actual CEO, her name is Jane Wu. And this company potentially could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars its first year and $1 billion or $2 billion in a couple years. And you get to get free shares to a company that you can convert your tokens into actual shares on the market or tokens that are traded on the crypto market, which is another thing we'll talk about another time. But you get benefits as a founder. You get first action to buy the shares for Zcash or Ethereum or Monero. Founders get access to those first. We allow the founders first to buy the shares, and it's always limited. It's always going to be limited. We'll have less than, I think we're going to have 10 or 12,000 shares only available on the next window next week.
Okay, so let me ask you a quick question. Somebody comes in at 500, buys 1,000, then buys a 2,000. They're all in at 3,500. Did they then become a founder?
Automatically, you're a founder. You get all the benefits.
Okay, so guys,
but you get the benefits of the time. The benefits of the time when you become a founder.
Yeah, no, and let's talk about these bonuses, because here at the top you're going to notice there's a thing up here that says ClubCoin. Now in this account, I don't have ClubCoin because I'm only actually at the 500 and 1,000. I haven't upgraded this part yet because I've been giving all my Bitcoin to all my members. But the other side of my other account, I'm flush. I got like 2,000 ClubCoins, and that didn't cost me a dime, guys. Now that's a registered coin. You can find it listed on all the exchanges. The reality of it is, how much is that coin worth right now today?
34 cents, I think.
So here's the deal, a couple thousand shares, it's not a lot of money, but guys, look, that's free money. And as that coin starts to grow, it's going to end up worth more and more money. And it's going to keep growing because there's value to it. It's a real value-based coin. And BitClub obviously has a vested interest in that. So that's just a bonus that you guys can actually earn and get. Okay, so let's talk about before I share my back office real quick and I, explain to everybody, I want to come back over here real quick because I want to do a little Q&A with you, Joe, because here's the deal. Guys, look, I don't have just one spot in BitClub. Okay, up until 10 days ago, I basically had 4 spots. And then I went ahead and I bought a whole bunch more because Joe said to me, hey, I'm signing up the lady from World Global Telecom.
Hey, whoa.
Little
no
secret.
Name.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to say her name, but he signed up somebody.
Come on.
He signed up a power player underneath my leg. And at that time, I reached out to all these guys. I said, you got to get positioned right now. You got to hurry, you got to hurry, you got to hurry. So we all got positioned real quick, and then Joe slid her in. And what happened was it went massive on one side of my leg, like overnight, okay, which is a blessing in disguise because that means my right side, I don't have to build. That means every person on this panel and every person on our team, Simon Stepsis, Peter Lewis, Eric, Dan, Rodney, Jameson, Darren, none of us have to build our right side, which allows us to basically play quarterback. Now, what that basically means, guys, is I can literally build my left side and I can help you guys. I can give away people. Today alone, I'm giving away 5 people today already, okay? And we haven't even turned the light on. So I'm just going to tell you after this, it's going to go balls to the walls. We're going to be giving away lots of people to lots of different people telling you to sign up under this link. It's not our link. Why are we doing that? Because of this rank up bonus. Now, let's talk about that rank up or that rank up position actually, Joe, because we talked about cycling at $800 a day. But in reality, you can cycle for up to $2,000 a day. Is that right?
Yeah, you can make up to $2,000 a day per position you own. You can own as many positions as you choose to build. I chose to build my first position to over 2,000 a day. Then I built my second one to over 2,000 a day. I'm building my third, my fourth, and my fifth position to over 2,000 a day as we speak.
Yeah, so I mean, guys, you're talking about, I mean, his income right now is great, but he'll probably break that $300,000 mark this month. I'm hoping he does because he does deserve it. I mean, I know you got about 80% of the company underneath you. And, one of the things Joe said to us was, hey, I need to grow this position because we're in his downline. So guess what he tells me? What did you say, Joe? What did you tell us that you would do for us as a team to help us really ramp up and blow this out?
I need whatever I make, I'm willing to spend on you guys to build anywhere in the world.
That's an investment, guys. That means if you come into this and you start building a team and you're a worker and you guys got people coming in underneath you, that means Joe's going to travel, guys. He's going to end up over there doing a meeting with you, locking arms with you, helping you blow this up. That's what it's all about. It's not just giving you free money so you can take a trip and come to the Philippines and hang out with Ari. It's so we can build the business, guys. And that's what we're dedicated.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, true leadership, 3-day weekend with Ari and the boys. We get to sit down and really hash out some really cool, hit some ranks. I'm gonna reward you guys. The more important thing is we're gonna put some incentive for people to go to work. Secondly, we're globally building stuff where we have people that'll physically meet your people. Once a person is properly vetted out, we will physically meet with your people face to face and help you expand your business around the world.
Yeah, I know Russ and Joe travel a lot, guys. In fact, I think Russ has lived out of a suitcase for the last 2 years. I think he's got the biggest suitcase I've probably ever seen. But in reality, how many countries have you been in the last 2 years, Joe?
Russ have been to 22 together, and I think he's been over 30 himself without me. Keeping it simple, we are dedicated to what we do. We don't have to do this no more. We don't. We want to do this, but technically, we can go into complete retirement mode a long time ago. But that's not enough for us to help only a handful of people. We want to help thousands and tens of thousands. We have tens of thousands of people we're helping around the world, but we physically have met hundreds of these people, and we want to make them all millionaires. I got people in different countries who believe exactly what I believe what we believe, and they are going to go after exactly what we're doing. And after 6 months, 20, 30,000 a month. After 8 or 12 months, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 a month. You know, I got people making 100 grand a month after their 8th or 9th month here. 100 grand a month. Now, these are not rock stars. The guys on the panel, they're used to doing this. You guys think it's normal to go get that kind of money. But it's not normal in the regular world. For a regular B player wanting to be an A player, to make 10, 20,000 a month is ridiculous money. Yeah. Because our money here from BitClub Network, it continues. It gets bigger with or without you. You can quit as a leader, and you can take half your team with you. The other half will blow away the teams that you've ever built yourself. We've already seen it happen. I've seen a leader derail a portion of his leadership. The downline exploded the organization. The leader had to come back and apologize because he had made hundreds of thousands of dollars without helping his downline. Now he eats crow. His downline's the leadership. They outranked him, but he still got paid on it. Still got paid, and we didn't terminate him. We don't terminate anybody. Now, we've never, ever, ever taken away somebody's position in their business. Never.
Yeah, guys. I mean, look, you know, this is an amazing company. So let me show you what it kind of looks like back here, so you guys really get the understanding of what I'm talking about when I say we can quarterback stuff for you. So this is basically my binary tree. So as you guys actually log in back here, you're going to notice, you're going to see all these things where it says 1381 right here on my right. What that basically means is this is built out, okay? This whole outside leg is basically built out, okay? Now, what I've basically been doing is, and this is the first time ever, and I took this from Janet and Joe because I know Joe put Janet in. I did the same thing. Joe told me I should do it, so I bought my wife a position. Then I put my buddy Norm in, okay? Then I put Tom under him. He put Susan in, okay? Then all of a sudden we have all these other people. Guess where they came from? Yours truly, okay? I'm giving these people away, guys. Mark Crosby right underneath Paul. Okay, all these people, I'm just giving them away. This outside leg is going to be a very strong leg underneath me. It's going to be a very strong leg. On the flip side, guess what else I did? I was really smart. I followed suit with Joe. I went in and I bought more positions in my own name. Now, the reason why I bought these positions right here, guys, you're going to see as I go on down, these positions literally are positions that I'm going to use to entice other leaders to come in and build out my inside leg. Why? Because they have volume underneath them. And what I did is my partner Darren and I in Black Ops, under Darren's side over there, he bought 10 positions. That 10th position's me. I bought 10 positions. That 10th position is Darren Little. So we locked arms and we could build and we can help each other build by giving away people, not worrying about where they get placed on our left or our right. It doesn't matter. If you're on my, like, here's what you guys have to understand. If my right is already built, as it is, and you can see it is, my left-hand side, I don't care if the person goes on my wife's left or her right. Why? Because that's still my left. This is always my left. And I want to balance that so I can hit all of these cycles, guys. That's the key, and that's why we're able to give away people and do something very unique. Now, for those that step up and get in right now and become part of this, you're going to have the opportunity of a lifetime because we have people chomping at the bit, 300, 400, 500 people chomping at the bit in the group and more messages. I know in the last 2 days, I've had 600 plus messages myself, guys. And this is how simple it is, okay? I'm going to show you how simple it is, okay? Right here, $99 membership, buy 1 share of any pool, okay? That makes you a miner. Then all of a sudden you become a builder. How do you do that? You achieve a miner status and you get 10,000 in enrollment tree volume, done. Sponsor 5 miners, that's complete. 5 miners that have 2 miners, that's almost going to be complete because I've got 3 people right now, in addition to the one that's already done, that actually asked me for Bitcoin. That's all they're waiting on is the Bitcoin so they can fund those accounts. Today I will be helping them do that. That's going to take me to 4 out of 5. I need 1 more person that happens. Then I go to a pro builder. Okay, when I go to a pro builder, now it's based on just volume. So here's the deal. You got to help your guys get to become builders. You do this by helping them grow their downline, guys. This entire comp plan is set up so you can literally help your team. And if you do a good job of helping your team, you're rewarded financially, because here's the deal. If you get all the way to this, you can cycle at $2,000 a day per position. Now, I want to take you back over to the binary, and I want to help you understand something. Let's say that I didn't entice any leaders, but we went ahead and blew out this leg over here. This leg blew out. I helped all these guys get going, okay? Well, then guess what I would do? After that happened, I could go back and start building the left side of this. And I go back and build the left side of this, and then the left side of this, and I can just keep doing that. And if I do that, guess what happens? Each one of these positions becomes spots that I could do $2,000 a day in. If I got 9 spots right there, that's 18 grand plus my original, that's $20,000 a day in cycles that I could earn. That's the potential just on the cycles. That's not counting the matching bonus. It doesn't count the mining shares. It doesn't count any of that. That's a $30,000 a month position, guy, or $30,000 business, guys. Easy, easy, easy if you're just busting your butt. Well, no more than that. I'm sorry. That's $20,000 a day. So you're talking about a position you can do $100,000 plus per month, guys, right there doing exactly what Joe's doing. And that's pretty similar. Can you agree, Joe? That's pretty similar to what you actually did yourself. Am I right?
It's pretty reality. You know, we do some cool stuff. I mean, we had one time where the website had to go down for 3 days or 4 days, whatever it was, for some maintenance. Yep. And across the board, we said, "Hey, man, we have all these sales are going to come in. Can we open up the panel to 4 times the cycles?" Right. So when the volume came in for 3 days straight, I made $24,000 a day. The position is real, man. You can do it. It's a reality here, man. The potential here, if you get enough people making $200 each, you get a $10 match on 8 generations. 8 generations with compression. I can reach down 100 levels and compress the 8 generations. And you know, the deeper you get, the bigger it gets. This is really unlimited money. The $2,000 a day is wonderful money. The unlimited money is $10 matching. That's $10 off of somebody else's check. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me do this. I'm going to bring out Rodney. Do me a favor, Rodney. Go ahead and unmute real quick and come on out. Jameson, you too. And I'm going to do you last, Darren. All right, so
what's up, bro? How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. I'm glad you guys are on here. So here's the deal. You know, James is one of my best friends, man. He lives over in Bangkok, comes over to the Philippines to hang out with me. You know, we've been trying to do something together for a while. And, we hooked up on Divvy. Now we hooked up on this, guys. And I'm just going to tell you up front, when you guys saw this 2.5 years ago, because Jameson will tell you, 2.5 years ago, I was trying to recruit him in this. And he was off doing something else. But now that we're all here, what do you guys think?
You asking me?
Yeah, go ahead, Jamie. Give me your opinion.
Well, first of all, as I was saying before, I don't own an alarm clock. And so for me to get up before 8 o'clock in the morning, there's something pretty special. And, there's so many Bitcoin programs going around Facebook. Everyone's talking about, multiply your Bitcoins and all this kind of stuff. And, I've been holding Bitcoin for quite some time. I own a number of different coins. And so I'm an advocate of cryptocurrency. I look at most of the programs that are going around, and the truth is, most of these programs are designed to make a few people a lot of money, to essentially drain your Bitcoin wallet and make other people rich. And so most of those things I wouldn't touch. This, I think, is very special. As you've seen, as it's been talked about, it's been around for a long time, has, a solid record, a solid, track record. And so, I definitely see something very special here. And with the people that are coming together, the people that are on the call right now, Darren, Joe, Rodney, all the other people that were mentioned. We have some major players that are coming to the table. There's a reason why these people are coming together as a team. And it's because we all see something special. And when you see people like this, you know, coming together that are getting on board with something like this, I mean, you know that there's a reason for that. And honestly, you know, I wish that I would have got started a couple of years ago when I first heard about this. This is one of those things where you're kind of kicking yourself. You know, you wish that you would have made a different decision. But here we are, and the timing is perfect, guys, because, you know, again, with all the talk going around Facebook, all the people talking about, you know, all these so-called Bitcoin multipliers and everything else, it's creating awareness. And so a lot of people are paying attention. You know, a lot of people are looking into these programs, and they're becoming more aware of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And so, again, the timing couldn't be more perfect. People have heard about it, and now we just need to show them, you know, this is one of those rare opportunities where, number one, everyone that gets involved can profit with this, but it's something special where, you know, it's a solid opportunity to gain and to multiply Bitcoin. So I couldn't be more excited. I mean, we have just a monster team coming together. So
yeah, you know, I tell you what's funny, Jamie. You know, like James and I were on a call the other night with a guy who's a top earner making $25,000 a day in another company. And we asked him point blank, man, are they really doing trading? And, you know, his response to us left us kind of dumbfounded because, you know, it's just not our cup of tea, guys, you know, but here's the deal. You know, a lot of these companies are out there and there's some guys making some hefty money in them, but those aren't real deals. And we know there aren't real deals. And when we confronted the guy, it wasn't a real deal. And this is something that we can hang our hat on. We can be proud to represent this. And I can tell you honestly, it's impossible you're going to lose your money. Impossible. For the first time, I can show you something that you cannot lose that. So if you want to be part of a winning opportunity, you found a home. You found a place that you can hang your hat. You can grow in this. This is something you'll be able to hand over to your kids. Rodney, what do you got to say about that?
I think that what you're saying is 100%, 110% true. He's saying, I mean, myself and Jameson and a couple others, we vetted a lot of companies prior to actually getting inside of this deal. We looked at a lot of stuff and said, what should we do? What could we put our name on that we could be proud of, that, you know, won't go belly up, you know, next month, 6 months from now, a year down the road. This company has been around already 2.5 years. Now, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of guys came to me asking me to join. I mean, now you guys probably on the webinar right now, probably, man, Rodney, I asked you 2 years ago to get in, or last year to get in, or whatever. But for some reason, it probably wasn't the right time, or I wasn't ready, or whatever the case may be. But there's never ever going to be a more powerful team than we have right now with myself, Joe, Jameson, Ari, Darren, Eric, and a few others that we are on our Crypto Kingdom or Crypto Kings team that you're ever going to be able to see, and what we're going to be able to do to help the guys to come in with us. I drove to Jersey Freehold to meet up with Joe. He, the #1 earner or owner of this deal. And I was able to look into his eyes. I was able to see where he stands. I was able to ask questions, the hard questions about, you know, what if it drops, what happens? Because I need to know these answers for my individual people when they come to ask me, Rodney, yesterday it went down 10 points or 100 points, whatever. I need to know, what do we do? How does it work? And every answer that I got, I was elated with the response. And I'll say this, I can't be more excited than where I am right now with this deal. It's a deal that's cutting edge. It just only happens every now and then. They're saying that Bitcoin will be bigger than the internet. I mean, how great is that? I mean, I don't know, but how great is that? And as I watched Joe do the presentation for the individuals that were there, I mean, I can see the excitement in their eyes. They're signing up as soon as he finished on the computer getting in. They're not network marketers either. They weren't marketers. These are like business owners, things like that. They were ready to join and make it happen right there in the spot. Plus, Joe's a great presenter anyway. I mean, it was pretty exciting. But I guess you guys can see my excitement level. I'm Ari, Jameson, Darren, Frank, we have a plan to really help you guys make big things happen. Get with us and we'll, show you a plan and make it happen.
Yeah, guys. I mean, Rodney hit it on the head, man. We got a great plan, and here's the deal. To us, we don't care, look, we just want you on the team. Sign up with the person that invited you into the group. Get back with them. Get a link in their downline and get signed in a position. But just remember, we're going to be giving you other people's links because we want those people to grow. We want our whole team to grow so we can expand and we can just keep building, guys. The other side of this, I want to tell you something up front. Look, in any business, okay, just because we're giving you some people doesn't mean we want you to sit on your laurels. No. What we want you to do is we want you to learn how to do this and how to do this properly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a challenge out to my business partner. I'm going to bring out Darren Little real quick. Darren Little, so you know, Darren and I have known each other about 11, 12 years. And, we've always, went back and forth, tried to figure out how we could do something together. And, last fall, we finally found something that we could do together. And we set some records actually in the industry. Is that right, Darren?
Yep, we sure did. We did 228,000 in 30 days.
30 days, guys. Darren did 108. I did 128.8. Set a record in the first 30 days. Now he's kind of bounced back on top of me a little bit because he's been a little more focused on it. But here's the deal: we've been able to do that, guys, because we have a very unique training process. So I'm gonna challenge Darren real quick. Anybody that joins us, anybody in any of our downlines, we're going to plug you into our training. Is that fair with you, Darren?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So here's the deal. We're going to plug you into our training. We're going to teach you how to sponsor people in 6 to 45 minutes live. Live. We do live recruiting. Is that true, Darren?
That's right. The only best way.
And we're going to teach you how to set up your Facebook profile properly so you can attract the right people that actually have money, that aren't broke victims. We're going to teach you how to get the right people on your Facebook profile. We're going to teach you how to advertise. We're even going to write some swipes and copy for you that you can copy and paste to your wall. But more importantly, guys, we're going to unleash everything we can possibly teach. And I'm sure we're going to bring Jameson and Rodney into that whole equation because, look, the one thing I can tell you about Jameson and Rodney is both of these guys got vast experience. So as we start to teach, I'm sure they're going to see a gap in something that Darren and I are missing, and they're going to jump in to fill that gap. So we're going to educate you guys. This is something I can't even begin to tell you the cost of this because Darren and I both charge up to $10,000 for coaching and mentoring. So we're going to give you that because we want you to succeed in this. So take that serious. It's not just some, hopium, guys. This is real education and training. And I'm going to tell you up front, our training is done through Zoom calls. They are recorded, but here's the reality. It's a safe zone. So when you come to our training zone, you need to know you might get hit a little bit. It's going to be rough waters at first, but you can't take it personal because we're there to help you grow and help you to become better marketers, guys. And if you guys can invest the time, we will teach you how to really grow this, and we'll unveil this to you guys, and we'll basically be able to build for years and years and years in this system. Because I'm telling you now, Bitcoin's not going anywhere. If you haven't noticed in the last 6 months how hot it's got, I mean, you must have been living on a rock somewhere, up in outer space.
I want to say something. Hey guys, I didn't mean to interrupt Ari, but I just wanted to say this right here that when I was listening to Joe's presentation the other day, one of the things that struck me as very, very important was how many of the larger celebrities and the billionaires are starting to, not starting, but are already into this very deeply. Even Mike Tyson right now is the first high celebrity that just now owns his own Mike Tyson Bitcoin ATMs that are all over, that would be all over Las Vegas, I think July 1st or June 1st or whatever. Joe, I think you were telling us about that the other day. You mind telling us about Ashton Kutcher and all the celebrities that are been in Bitcoin way before right now?
You got to unmute, Joe. Joe, you got to unmute, buddy. There he is.
Yeah.
No,
How's that?
Do it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, the best part that you just mentioned earlier, you know, Rodney, was that the richest and smartest people in the world are already positioned. You can go to the venture capital page and find the biggest banks: MasterCard, Visa, Bank of America, Citibank. You can find movie stars like Ashton Kutcher, guys like Mike Tyson, billionaires, I mean millionaires, the owners of the biggest banks in the world, of millions of dollars, are invested in the technology. I like to tell everybody something real simple. In 2012, you know, America had a good hold on the Bitcoin mining. 2013, they lost it to China. 2014-15, China took over in a big way. BitClub was born in 2014. We've been running side by side with these big multi-millionaires and billionaires who have big investments. Guys like Sir Richard Branson putting up $40 million for Bitcoin mining, and another $20-30 million for Bitcoin technology like BitPay, you know, a place to process Bitcoin. So you have some of the biggest names in the industry, the people who founded YouTube, Yahoo, Google, eBay. All those people who found those companies have tens of millions of dollars invested in here. When you talk to your friends, show them who's here and ask them if they believe the internet worked. This is internet money. The internet doesn't have a currency today. It has hundreds of different monies that have to be exchanged against the dollar bill. Then they have to go through the exchange rate plus the processing fee plus potential fraud. With Bitcoin, you cut all the middlemen out. You and I do business with anyone in the world at any time. We don't have to ask permission for anybody. Bitcoin gives you and I the opportunity to be part, to put our money where the richest people in the world have their money. $20 billion is not a bunch of poor people. There's $20 billion worth of Bitcoin in circulation today. It's all in the world.
All right, guys. So let me wrap this up to you, saying this to you. Number one, some of you out there are still wondering, so what is Bitcoin? First and foremost, let me help you understand. The United States has got the dollar. You know, the European Union's got the euro. The British has got the pound. And the internet has Bitcoin. See, that's the reality, guys. If the internet had a currency, it would be Bitcoin. It's the first decentralized currency ever to hit the platform. The reality of it is it's very stable. Governments sometimes love it, sometimes they hate it. I know here in the Philippines, the government loves it. In fact, they passed what's called the e-peso law. And Bitcoin and everything in the Philippines is massive. I could walk into 7-Eleven and buy it. And that's what you're going to start to see all across the world. So now is the time to get in before it goes mass everywhere. Because once that happens, the price is going to go way up. And you know what that means? That means lost profit, guys. It's an opportunity that you do not want to miss out on. Because again, like I was telling you, if you're selling pills, potions, shakes, and all that crap, I can promise you one thing. You set it on the shelf, it's not going to quadruple in value. It's not going to go up. But this will. And when that happens, you want to be part of it. You want to have Bitcoins in your wallet, guys. Because if you do, you can be part of a huge influx of cash coming into your life, and that could be your retirement fund. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Again, if you guys got invited to the group by Rodney, go see Rodney. If you got invited by Jameson, go see Jameson. If you got invited by Darren or myself, go see one of us. If you're in our Black Ops group, guys, we're going to be actually putting a link in Black Ops. That's a rotator link that will actually go through all of our links to kind of help everything. We're going to help you guys by organizing this. There's no greed in any of this. We literally want to give signups away. So once you get in, we'll add you to that rotator. We'll help you guys get signups. We're going to grow this the right way. We're going to build our team, and we're going to share the wealth. So if you want to be part of it, don't miss out today. Take action. Take it now, because the person who's the fastest is going to get that highest placement, and that means they're going to start to get the spillover from us at above, guys.
Yeah,
I'll see you next week. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask a question that I think is very, very important for you and for Joe, that I think that majority of the people out there need to know. And you know one thing about me, I don't cut no corners. I don't hold my tongue. I keep it real all the way around. And I want you to explain, either you or Joe, is it possible for people to join BitClub network and earn money passively for those who cannot recruit, and their money works for them as they get this? Is that true?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, guys, look, I said this earlier. I had a lady that signed up when we first got started. She was my very first sign up. Paid $3,500. Didn't log into her account. It was about 14, 15 months had passed. She didn't know the password. She couldn't log into her email because her email had gotten hacked. You know, thank God they didn't hack her account. We actually got her email reset to a different email. She got the password sent. We logged in. There was over 9K in income. You can't do that in your bank, guys. Your bank's not going to triple your money in 14 or 15 months. It's not going to happen. So you'd rather have it here than anywhere else.
Hey, Joe, when I came to see you and during the presentation, you gave us an example of a guy named, I forgot it, Ralph, I think his name was, where he said he didn't know you from a hill of beans, but he gave you $6,000 or $2,000, whatever, $2,000, and he came back in, I think, 1 year or whatever, and he had $8,000, and now he came to meet you now to give you $30,000 more. Tell that one story so everyone out there can understand this is for those people who can or cannot recruit. It's not just people like me and Ari and David who can get people in, but everybody wants to deal with someone who wants their money to sit and grow as well.
Now,
Joe,
sure. Ralph is in the 70s. I met Ralph about 2.5 years ago. Ralph told me, you know, I don't know you from Abel, from Adam. My last name's Abel, so he's playing with my name. And he was just a character, you know, in the oil business. And he tells me, Joe, listen, I can afford to lose $2,000. Here you go. If this works, great. If it doesn't, great. I never spoke to Ralph for over 2.5 years. Early January, I opened Ralph's account up, checked everything out for him. He had churned his $2,000 into just under 8, almost 9 grand with the club coins, and he literally just freaked out because the first thing was he just was happy he got his money back. Second thing was he says, I wish I would have gave you 30, 40,000, but when you get back from New York, I'm gonna give you 30 grand because I'm so impacted. I went around and he asked a few people that joined, and sure enough, the people who put 3,500 got about 13,000, 14,000. The people that put about 10 grand in had about 30, 40,000. He was like, this is unreal. And these were all the same people that came to the same meeting he was with. And now the guy's ecstatic. And when he joined, Bitcoin was only $200, and we were only 1% of the global market. Today we're 5, 6, 8%. Bitcoin's over 1,000. He knows now that he made a mistake, but he's going to fix the mistake by going pretty strong.
That's crazy right there, Rodney. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very crazy. And let me tell you something I think is very important, because there's a lot of the people out there who think they cannot recruit. When you got guys like Ari, Jameson, Darren, Eric, myself, who's there to help you build, and we're going to be doing hangouts, trainings, coachings on a weekly basis. Get your people to these trainings and to these coachings. We will do a lot of the work for you. Use us to help you. That's what we're here for. Make sure that your teams get built when you're not there, when you're not around. I mean, I love doing three-way calls. I love doing hangouts. I love doing coaching. I love to see in your people's eyes of being able to finally gain income by internet marketing. I mean, I love to see that. Don't you, Ari?
Oh man, I love it, man. You know me, bro. I'm all about helping people. I try to breed that to my people. That's a really important deal. It's something there, and our people in Black Ops too. So, that is to us, guys. That's part of the culture, is learning to help people and learning sometimes to sacrifice today for a bigger gain tomorrow, because that's the reality of why we're giving away people, is because we realize we sacrifice some today, we're going to have a much bigger gain tomorrow, because we're building you guys so we all grow, not just us grow. And that's the most important part about this comp plan. If you guys don't get that, you're just missing. I'm just telling you, this is the most important piece of the equation. Is, you know, the situation we're in this leg literally allows us to play quarterback and give away positions. And I promise you, as we keep doing that, people are going to, you know, get paid, and you're going to have people underneath you. You're going to wake up one day and say, well, I didn't sign up these 3 people. How'd they get there? Because we put them there, okay? Because we wanted to help you. That's our gift to you. So if you want to be part of that, you want to be part of that culture, then you want to make sure you get in and get in immediately. Darren, did you have something else you wanted to add?
Yeah, you know, this industry, guys, just so you know, is like in network marketing, the timing is like location for real estate. And when you're dealing with a binary, there's only 2 legs. So you sponsored those 2 people. We have to put the people underneath you. There's no other place to put them. So you want to get as close to the top as you possibly can. That's why there's a sense of urgency for you to reach back out to the person that got you here right now and get their link, because time's of the essence. Okay, so every minute that goes by that you're not positioned, you're actually losing out on half your organization being built just from our efforts. So when you have this amount of leaders that come together, that we're all marketing congruently together, all of that building goes down underneath you. And the closer that you are to the top, the more those people are going to go into your business, right? There's no other place to put them. We have to put them down underneath to make the business grow. So it's really, really important that you take this as a sense of urgency, that you want to get positioned as close to the top as you possibly can. Okay, so reach back out to the person that you got you here tonight and take action right away.
That's it, man. That's it, guys.
Hey, Ari,
yeah.
We're gonna put Jameson on the spot right now. I'm gonna put Jameson on the spot right now in front of everyone. I'm gonna make sure that Jameson creates one of his super duper video sales letters that closes any and everybody that we can use for a funnel. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, don't get mad, Jameson. You gotta be a team player with this. Create a funnel that makes sure that all your people get in and get sold. Jameson, would you be able to do that for us, for our team? Create one of those great VSLs, video sales letters that closes everybody? You're the man for that.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And, you know, I just want to say that, first of all, I mean, coming in and locking arms with the caliber of people that have assembled to promote this, I mean, that's, in my eyes, one of the most valuable things about this entire thing is, you know, they talk about that your income becomes an average of, I don't know, the 5 people that you hang around with the most, or it's something like that. I mean, this is a chance to come alongside people that are top earners in the industry, people that have been doing this for a long, long time. There's so much knowledge amongst this group of people. And so I'm not one of those people. I'm not a fan of your more traditional network marketing type programs. This is something completely different. And so if you tried network marketing in the past, I don't even like to call this network marketing. So if you've tried something like that in the past and it didn't work, it's because you weren't doing what we do. There's a reason why these people rise to the top. There's a reason why people get involved with the people on this panel and the other people that we're with, that these people rise to the top. And it's because we do things differently. So I just want to say that. And absolutely. I mean, we want to build systems. I'm a big advocate of building automated systems. I prefer to have things in place where the money comes in automatically. It comes in while you sleep. Ari creates amazing funnels. There are other people that are part of this team that create amazing funnels. And so without question, we're going to be putting some things together that convert people automatically, processes where they can be educated and get them excited and get them to become part of the team automatically. So we need to do that.
Yeah, you know, actually, James, let's bring that up real quick. So you guys know is we got Tom Selly. Tom Selly is a video guy by trade. Okay, we've already talked about that with Joe. We were going to make a video for BitClub because that's something that really needs to be done. Then we got Mark Crosby, who also makes great funnels. Okay, then you got Jameson, who makes killer video, good copy. Then you got me, guys, and that's what I do. I write copy. You know, I mean, I started in this business writing copy, and you know, the reality of it is, I've never worked with this much talent, you know, to do this. So does it make me excited saying that we could create the sickest funnel ever? Absolutely, it makes me excited. And the one little hidden secret that we didn't share with you quite exactly today is, you know, Joe was talking about this app earlier. Well, this app actually allows people to basically take a credit card and buy like a prepaid credit card that they can then use to buy Bitcoin that's non-charge backable, meaning people will be willing to take that card for Bitcoin without a whole bunch of extra fees. And we're going to have access to it because Joe actually invested in the company. So we're going to have that. Nobody else will be able to get access to that, guys. It's going to be BitClub network only exclusive. So there's a whole bunch of really cool tools. I mean, for 2.5 years, Joe and I have talked back and forth, trying to figure out how we could automate it. We were this close. We were this close. And when that happens, the sky's the limit, okay? Now, let me cover one little topic we didn't talk about real quick. In the United States, this is a membership, guys. There's a soft IP block in the United States. Why is that? I'll tell you just bluntly and put it out there. Because we're not IRS compliant, meaning they don't report income to the IRS. But if you live in the US, that's your job. You have to do it. Because if you don't do it, the IRS can come after you. So make sure that, you know, that you're taking and reporting your taxes legally, doing everything right, because that's not an issue between BitClub and the IRS. It's you and the IRS. We're going to teach you actually how to get around that little soft IP block if you're in the US and you want to become a member. Again, contact one of us. We'll walk you through the process, get you set up, guys. And if you guys need Bitcoin, we'll work out something so we can help you get funded and get in. So don't even stress on any of that. If you want to be part of it, we're going to make it possible. That I promise you. Okay? We'll see you guys soon. Love you guys all, as always. And I know Darren and I got another hangout here shortly. And guys, power players, man. We have a badass power players. I know Simon couldn't be here, guys. It was 3 a.m. when we started this in UK. And Peter as well. They're both out a cold sleep, you know, but Simon was amped last night. The guy was super excited. So I'm really, really excited to see what happens over the next few days as we start to blow this out. Guys, got anything? All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Joe, thank you for your time. And Janet, thank you, Sunshine. I really appreciate your time. You guys all have a good night. That's it.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Good night.